Hello everybody, sorry, I'm just doing some adjusting. There we go. Oh, it's so bright. Hello, somebody already liked the video. I don't even see you. Okay, I have to clean up the video camera now. All right. Okay. Everybody get cozy. Woo! Gosh, I feel like this is like the beginning of a play or something, you know, you're watching the actors set up. I didn't think I had so many things to set up. I just thought I could just start the reading, and just not working out that way. You can tell if I don't do a reading for a couple days, I get rusty. Welcome, everybody who's in the chat. We're going to pull the energy in, see what the hell is going on. There is some weird energy happening right now, and I don't really know what it's about, but I can feel it. Libra, Mercury in the 7th house. Double Libra. Partnerships, contracts. Mercury, communication. Okay, so you could be getting communication about a contract that you're in right now. Or a contract could be coming your way. Like, I mean, double Libra with communication in the middle. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is business related or not. Wow. Okay, so this is really weird. Each dice has a card to say. And okay. All right. So I think somebody around you doesn't know what to say. And I think it's like I'm almost getting that cat got your tongue kind of thing, like um Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this person's slowness doesn't even begin to describe, like you couldn't. And the fact that they're hermit in reverse, like now they're hermiting in reverse, so it's like they want to hide, but they want to be seen. And they don't want to say anything, but they want to be heard. And you're like, okay, well, can you just pick something? Because that's so contradictory. Like, you can't say that. Like, if you say you want to say something, then say something. But if you're saying you're too scared to say something, I understand that. But then, like, stay away from me. Like, don't come around me if you're not going to say anything, because you're just going to fucking creep me out. Or don't come around if you still can't explain what you did. Like, I don't know if somebody fucked with you in the past. I don't know if somebody around you, like, traumatized you, or you traumatized them to the point where they just put their shit down and walked away. Like, I don't get a good sense, like, something bad happened with somebody, and now they want to move forward towards you again. And you're like, I can feel your resistance towards it. That's the thing. Like, I can feel you're like, what the fuck? Like, I think you're telling this person to get their shit together before they say anything to you, because if they come and they start fucking with you again, like, I don't know why that would matter. I mean, I don't know what rank you hold over this person. I don't know why they feel like you control everything. I don't know if this person's just putting way too much power in your hands because they don't want to take responsibility for anything. They don't want to say that it's really all been their fault. They don't, like, this person is a coward. And that really sucks, because if people just learn how to speak and just take shit, like speaking of this manager that I worked for, he just he wouldn't listen to a woman, and like, when you're that ignorant, it's like, seriously, like, it's not the fact that you're not listening, you're ignorant. And like, I got this channel this morning, which was really weird that this reading is coming up, because somebody was saying to me, almost like this, like they didn't want to speak, or they didn't, or like they were just watching something go down. That's what it was. So if something happened in my dreams last night where I witnessed somebody who was watching something go down that was not right, like it's not right, and they're just being a bystander, and they're watching, and they're refusing to say anything, and it's like they were trying to come to me to say, well, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't do anything, I can't intervene, like, that's not my job. And I'm just like, well, then you're just as guilty as the culprit, because it's not that you're not saying anything, you're being ignorant. You're being ignorant to the situation. It's not that you just want to play the good guy, or like you don't want to start any fights with anybody, or like, you're choosing to be ignorant. You're choosing not to say anything in a situation where the only way that people get out of the gutter, the only way that people get help, is because people go against the odds and do something that mass majority would never do. And like, if you're watching this channel, you do stuff that people don't do, and it either triggers them into thinking how much of a piece of shit you are because you do things that they don't do, or you trigger people in a way where they see you doing something and they're like, wow, I should probably do that too. Like, that seems like a genuine thing to do. Like, I'm gonna, like, put this person not on a pedestal, but I'm going to make sure that I remember this from now on, that that's how they react in a situation where I've only seen negative and I've only reacted myself negatively. Now I'm going to see you acted positively, you did something positive out of it, and now I want to remember that. It's like, hey, Irene! What? Yo, 1013. 1013. I think when a cop calls in a 1013, it's because somebody's been killed. No, that's a 187. I don't know what the code is for a 1013. I forget. But there is a code for a 1013. Irene, you should look it up because you just got called in. I've been watching for you. I'm like, yo, where is my moderators? Especially you. But in your defense, I never go live at this time. Ever. I'm actually supposed to be somewhere right now, and I'm not there. I worked my fucking ass off all weekend, and I need to just be here doing this job today, and my sister's doing something else out there in the world today, so we swapped. Today was a swap. I'm usually the one that's gone all day, and she's gone today, and I'm live, and I'm like, okay, something is weird with this, right? Something is definitely weird, and when that shit came to my dream this morning, I told somebody flat out that if there's information that you know that you're withholding, that you choose not to say in a situation, that's not you being an innocent bystander, that's you, obstructing the law, and being ignorant. Right? Like, if you see something that's going on that's against the law, it's probably good to say something. And people look down on that, and they're like, fucking narc. Like, okay, sure, but like, why do you think we have the police? Like, we have them because awful things happen, and they're the only ones that have the balls to go in and do something because they have a shield that protects them, right? And that shield tells them that they're allowed to cross the boundaries with people who have broken the law, right? So think of that as like building your own shield. Like, if somebody is going to step to you and say something, and like, I'm getting hash something out. Okay, somebody wants to hash something out with you, and it's an individual. It's not like a group of people. It's just one person has something to hash out with you, and I'm getting they are a little aggressive. And the reason why they're aggressive is because they don't understand how they feel. And most people don't understand how they feel. They don't actually listen to the energy in their body, right? They go against it because you have to go to work and you have to fucking do shit in your day, and you can't just always do what your body wants, you know? So people, like, they don't adapt, right? They just succumb and surrender. And this person is mad at themselves, and they're taking it against you. And you're triggering them. And this person doesn't know if they want this trigger to go positive or negative, because they're in the same spectrum where I feel like, they're most likely half demonic, okay? And if they're half demonic, then they have the heat in them. They have that rage in them. And when you have that in you, you have to learn how to use it, okay? So then you don't abuse it. Because people in powerful positions tend to abuse it, right? Because it's like putting pussy on a pedestal. Like, suddenly you've got something and you think you're the only one with it and you're the only one that can do anything with it and blah, blah, blah. It's like that power just goes to your head, right? And we're in this category now where power can't go to our heads, because if it does, we will acquire the ability to kill people with our minds. Because the collective is very strong, and if the collective is woke, even better, right? Because, like, we all roll with a posse. We all have beings around us, and it's just a matter of listening to them, and do they have their back? Like, I'm dealing with a manager right now, okay? It's just some guy, and I'm trying to tell him how to do his job, basically. And I'm trying to help him because he doesn't understand that he walked into this company, okay, into this random company, and just started taking over and barking everything and changing everything, and he's turned every staff member against him really quickly, because that little bit of power that he got, which he's just a manager, there's still like a GM ahead of him, there's still owners ahead of him. Like, wow, you got on top of all the servers, wow, you're a fucking king of the house, bro. And he just like took that shit down. And I had to speak to him this morning, and I was like, you need to make some friends, because you're gonna lose this job really quickly. I mean, I know that you think you can do this, and I know that you've got this power, but the women who are serving, who are working for you, are actually the ones in power. They're the ones in charge. They're the ones doing the customer service. They're the ones running the food. They're the ones taking the orders. They're the ones running the bar. They're the ones opening. They're the ones closing. They're the ones cleaning. Okay? They're the ones holding that ship in together. So if you start coming in because you got a little bit of power and you start barking at everybody who's been a team that whole time in that ship, you might find yourself segregated from the group really quickly. And he has now found himself segregated from the group. And the only reason why he got his ass saved this morning was because somebody is trying to save their own job, not because they wanted to help him. So I'm like, if we're going to work together, you have to learn that your staff, those little minions under you, the god, are actually your bosses. They're the ones that fucking run this shit. Even the owners stay the fuck away from the servers. Okay, honestly, it goes above and beyond respect. I mean, if a GM knows what they're doing, then they're going to hire the proper fucking staff, okay? If a GM doesn't know what they're doing, then they're going to hire a bunch of staff that have no idea what they're doing. And then they can boss them around as much as they want, okay? That's called a little prince in a very King Tut job, okay? It's going to be pussy, money, and fantasy the whole time. Okay, and like, what did this guy do? He actually brought his girlfriend in Friday night, closed the restaurant down at himself, put it all on his fucking Instagram, how he was the man, and he ordered this DJ. There was nobody in the restaurant. I don't know who he thought he was advertising to, but there was nobody in the restaurant, and I was like, this is the worst PR I've ever seen in my life, okay? This guy doesn't know what he's doing, but he won't listen to women. So he got put in my path. Oh, you don't want to listen to a woman. Lucky for you, I'm half woman, half demon. So I'm going to give you a couple chances, and then my pussy's going to eat you alive. Pussalaya. That's literally just came to my head. Pussalaya, okay? Like, you don't understand. I think people in general do not understand the power of women, okay? Because they're so fixated on the man with the gun. When, if a man is holding a gun, A, he's most likely a coward, because he brought a gun to a fist fight, because he knows he's not going to win. Or, you got a man standing with a gun because he knows how to use it, because he's in a situation where he needs it. I think people don't know what they're doing. And I think that the universe is kind of like, alright, well, we're going to call these fucking pussies out, and we're going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to create a new rhythm. That's called, all you little pussy-ass bitches, step down, and all you people who can march, step up. And it's when you get double Libra, okay, when you get double justice, it's like justice has now decided that she doesn't give a fuck. It's like the weather. You might as well see her as a tornado. You want to try to stand in her way, you're just gonna get licked. You want to maybe get out of the way and have some fucking respect for yourself and everybody else around you, you might survive. Right? Yo, people talking shit already. Yeah, of course, because once the energy comes in, all the trolls come in. Fucking idiots. Right? So, like, whoever this person is around you, I'm like, they got the whole, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I got checked. I got a huge check yourself before you wreck yourself. Are you kidding? Do you know how many times I've got checked like that? Do you know how many times the universe is like, yo, bitch, check yourself before I ruin you? And I do. Instantly. Like, it's something that you have to fucking learn how to do. And like, people who have money or who are entitled or who think for some reason, right, they're important. Okay? Irene, you're the best. Okay? For some reason, you know, like, I don't know if it was mommy or daddy or the birth certificate that, like, told this person, hey, you're born, like, extra special, and you're more special than anybody else, and you're just allowed to do whatever you want. Like, those people, you're checking. And it is a check yourself before you wreck yourself, because, like, do you know how easy it is to lose everything that you have? It's not just like, you could never do this because I have credit, you can't take this away from me, I own it. Like, I've owned everything that has been taken from me. I have bought everything that has been burned down, like, and not covered and reimbursed. Like, so anybody that is around you that has that fucking mentality that's like, you can't do nothing to me because I'm the only important one in the group, that's the person who you're checking right now, whether you know it or not. That's the funny thing. It's like, I only know that I'm working with this manager because I'm fucking telepathic. That's the only reason. And honestly, he has taken every staff member to the side. He has spoken to everybody about their attention to detail, their schedule. And this man has never said anything to me because I've only spoken to him telepathically. And clearly, that telepathic connection that I have with him, he's listening to. He doesn't listen to anybody who's actually speaking to him. But for some reason, if you say something in your head and you look right at him, he will acknowledge that you spoke to him. It's really fucking weird, okay? And I mean, you only find out tricks of the trade like that if you're actually paying attention, which most people are not paying attention, right? They're just like in the groove. They just want to spend time with people. They work too hard, right? They don't play enough. They don't get enough rest, right? So you gotta understand, like, why people don't realize what's going on around them. It's not like, I'm not here to like pick on people and be like, fuck you, you need to understand what's going on around you. Like, we do this because people don't know what's going on around them, and they don't understand what's happening. Like, if I thought the world was cocky and they just need to listen to me, I wouldn't have this channel. Not like this. Like, I know it sounds cocky, it's because it's being channeled, and I'm not thinking about it, so I'm just saying it. Plus, I'm half deaf, so I can't really hear my volume. Plus, now I've got this fucking microphone, so Lord knows how the volume even sounds, okay? But the channel is the channel, and like, I respect it. I respect myself. I respect the things that I do. I respect the people around me, and because I respect the people around me, I get what I deserve, right? If you are in a sense where you have to start checking people because you do what's right and you don't fuck around, and the thoughts that in your head are the same that you spread, you know, through the world, then the universe can do things and put you in different positions where you've got like a mission, and you fucking call people out, and it's not even like something you're trying to do, and they can make up their excuses all they want. And I mean, this other person came to me last night and they were making an excuse. Oh yeah, okay, so I was driving last night, and this person, these new vehicles, okay, have the most blinding headlights I've ever seen in my fucking life. Okay, so this driver went by me, and I went, holy fuck, dude. Like, I don't know if that, you had your fucking brights on, your high beams on, but your lights just blinded me. And I'm not always expecting a response to the things I say in my head, but this person went, yeah, well, I can't see very good in the dark. And I went, oh my god, here we go again. Another excuse from some fucking idiot that I don't know, that I just happened to say, hey, listen, your headlights fucking blinded me. Here they come back with an excuse. I can't see. And I go, listen, I don't give a fuck if you can't see. I'm telling you right now, your high beams blinded me. Blinded me. I don't care if you have a problem seeing at night. It's not a rhetorical question. I mean, it's not a responding question. It's rhetorical. You just have to listen. You blinded me. I don't give a fuck. How is, by you blinding me because you can't see, is that the excuse when I crash my fucking car? I can't see. Oh, okay. Tell my eyes that as I crash into the fucking ditch. Like, honestly, I don't, like, these people are so dumb. Like, they're causing multiple disasters, okay, or what can be disasters, because of their little excuses. Like, if you can't see in a pitch black night, okay, with another car coming right towards you, if you're blinded, if you really can't see in the dark that much, then don't fucking drive in it. And have some respect for the road. But people don't have respect for the road. And they drive after 14-hour days. And they crash their fucking car. And they fall asleep behind the wheel. Because they don't fucking respect themselves. And they don't respect the people around them. So they have to get checked. And innocent people get hurt. Because that's how ignorant they are. They think they can beat their own body and that they don't need sleep. I don't need any sleep. I can do it. This is what society's telling me I have to do. So I can't fight back for my own rights. I have to do it. Okay, so you're willing. That's all you have to say is your fucking fucked up excuse. It doesn't take away from the fact that you're going to potentially hurt people. So this is why this shit's coming up, because it's double justice. Literally double justice. Like, you want to make the excuse. The court system can't stop you, but there's a fucking law that's been broken. And the excuse that they're giving about why they hurt you is to protect themselves. But they're out there willing to hurt people to so-called get their vehicle from one place to another. But they want the right to do it. I have the right to drive at night. I have the right to have high beams on. Yeah, you do. 100% you do. But if that causes somebody else to get hurt because your rights, even though your rights are violating and hurting, so fucking shall it be. Oh, Irene, I'll never buy a new car. Are you fucking kidding? Yo, tell me how this girl that I know just bought a new car, okay, from her old one, 2012. She didn't even need to fucking replace it. There was nothing wrong with it. She replaces it, and she goes, damn, it's a gas guzzler. It's a smaller car than her other one. I don't understand. It's a so-called hybrid or some shit, and it eats more gas than her other car. Like, I'm driving around in a 2004 right now. My sister's 2004 right now. And I can have a full tank of gas driving a fucking hour a day for like fucking 4 or 5 days. Like, the gas consumption on this thing is so fucking amazing. And this girl goes out and buys a brand new car that you would think, oh, you know, they're so fuel efficient, they say. No, they're not. No, they're not. And then I'm pumping gas from the regular, you know, like Shell, Petro Canada that we have up here, right? I go to the reserve and fill my tank up. Tell me how that gas doesn't last almost like probably about 3-4 times longer than the gas that you buy at the regular pump. Like, the conspiracies are beyond, you know, like, it's like, I always know that I like 2000, early 2000 cars. I always have. I like the models. I don't even mind if they're rusted. Honestly, I'm not a picky bitch. I tried to buy this guy's truck for $2,000 the other day. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, all I'm thinking is gas consumption and the fact that these vehicles that were made 20 years ago are made way better than these new ones. This lady hit a post the other day and it completely indented her whole front car. Tell me how I didn't run into a fence and it didn't do anything to my car. Like, it wasn't even scratched. So, like, what? You want to, I'm sorry, you want to spend 40 grand on what? Your hard-earned money to buy a piece of shit car that's literally made through with, like, cardboard now? Like, the thinnest fucking metal I've ever seen in my life that crumbles. And it burns gas like a fucking truck. Like, it's like, fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me. I'm watching these people buy new cars all the time, and I'm like, I watch them. This one lady, I know her car payment is $1,000 a month because she got a big girl job. So she goes, big girl job, big girl car, blah blah blah. Are you kidding? Right? I was like, you're spending $1,000 on your fucking truck a month? That's my rent. Like, why would you do that? Now you have no job. She didn't even pass the 3-month mark, but she went out and fucking leased a car right away. And I'm like, man, you people, you just want to waste your money, right? And if you want to waste your money, then nobody can tell you not to. But like, and then this man came to me last night in my dreams, and he was trying to justify buying like a $50,000 watch, and he was like making fun of his neighbors or something. And then I showed up with a watch on from like back in the day that had all the numbers on it. Okay, they're like $1 at the Goodwill store. Okay. And I showed up with my watch like this, and I was like, this watch does the exact same things as that watch. It cost me $1, and yours cost you $50,000. Who is dumb and who is smart? I don't care if you make fucking 200 grand a fucking day. Why would you spend $50,000 on a watch? That is such a fuck. Like, I mean, how fucking, like, how dumb are you? Like, I mean, a watch is a fucking watch. You want it dipped in crystal and fucking popped with a bunch of blood diamonds? Like, honestly, and you just spent fucking your time working to buy that? Like, I mean, but I'm woke. I'm not dumb, right? These people who are sleeping are dumb. And I want to wake them up so then they stop wasting their money, so then they stop going to work to get a paycheck that they spend the next day. Like, honestly, it's like, fucking try for your life. Stop giving in to consumerism that wants you to be poor. They want you fucking spending your credit. They want you to give you all the things, all the luxuries in the world at the price of all your money. All your money! Like, good. You know why you're rich? Even better. Because you don't spend your money. What up, Wenbird? David in the house. Alright, I just, please everybody stay nice, okay? No robots. Okay, we're having a very nice reading. Just everybody stay loving and kind, okay? And kick this troll's ass that come in and fuck around, okay? Like, whatever, honestly, I think at this point in time, whatever the energy is picking up, I think it's a collective. It's always collective when it's going to come out like this. So it's multiple people dealing with multiple things. Awesome, David. Keep it nice. Okay, multiple people dealing with multiple things, and these people who have been hiding, but they're hiding in a sense where they're just too much of a coward to come out because everything they've done has been so backwards and so awful, and you're wondering, like, really, like, you really want to show face after making the most, like, horrible decisions in your life? Like, I might want to hide if I was you, like, right? So, like, some of these people, I mean, they were really defensive against you. And they were defensive against you because you were doing things that were better than them. I actually dated this guy once, and I picked my cigarette butt, like, me and him were smoking outside the bar, and I put my butt out, and I just put it in the garbage. Right? Like, I just, like, flicked the cherry off and put the butt in the garbage. And this guy was like, did you just fucking seriously do that? He's like, we're in a plaza. They sweep this shit up every, like, 5 minutes. And I'm like, so? What do you mean? Like, why wouldn't I put my cigarette butt in the garbage? Like, and then he just flicked his, and I was like, Dude, don't be ignorant, because I'm not gonna do that. So I picked his smoke up and I flicked the fucking cherry off it and I put it in the garbage. And I was like, honestly, dude, I'm like, this isn't a war with me. I'm not some fucking hippie that's walking around picking up garbage. But what if I was? Like, would you judge me for walking around and picking up garbage after some ignorant fuck decides that he's just gonna use Mother Nature's fucking layout tablecloth as his garbage can? Like, honestly, me too, David, sometimes, right? Like, I mean, I wonder about people, because just because, if somebody hasn't seen something done, right, and they didn't think of it themselves, then, like, fuck you for doing it? Like, really? Like, are we back in grade school now? Like, are we really gonna, like, do this where we have to prove who's better than another? Like, I thought personally, we were done with that. Like, I'm not in grade school anymore, and I'm not in a position where I need friends or I need attention. So if you think that I'm just saying something to get you to like me, that's fucked. And if you think I'm going to do something to get you to like me, get fucked. Like, no. I don't kiss anybody's ass. Why the fuck would anybody want to kiss anybody's ass? That's disgusting. Like, they're hairy, they're gross. It's where you shit, they sit on toilets. Like, don't kiss anybody's ass. Like, no. No. Okay, so I like that you fucking fucked with this person's head, to be honest. Like, I do. I like that you fucked with them, because so many things we do subconsciously. So, like, you could, honestly, this person could have been in front of you, okay, and, you could have been walking on the street, okay, and somebody was walking in front of you that had a bag of groceries, and a lemon falls out of the bag, and you're like, oh, shit, you pick it up, and you're like, hey, fuck, I'm behind you, and this lemon fell out, like, here, like, whatever, and they're like, oh, like, that's fucking awesome, like, thank you, like, that was the only lemon they had, and I really needed it tonight for the salad dressing, and if I wouldn't have, if you weren't behind me and saved it, fucking right, like, and just high-fived you, and you were like, yeah, awesome, and then this person that you irked is the one behind you, who just watched you do that, and they were like, why didn't they just take the lemon for themselves? Really? Like, why the fuck did they care if this person didn't have their lemon? And it's like, really? Like, so you're gonna come and you're gonna fucking diss me for, like, running up to this person, just not even thinking about it, right? Oh, I think David's message was okay there, Irene. He was agreeing with us, but that's okay. Sorry about that, David. Irene gets a little trigger happy sometimes. She's my mosquito trapper. She tries to get the trolls, so I don't think we're going to be able to see David for the rest of the chat, but David, hang in there. You'll be able to be visible next chat. Sorry about that. I don't know who you are. Maybe you're a troll. I don't know. But Irene did that. Irene, I don't know what's going on, but there you go. This was that person, and, like, when you... you know what this comes down to? This comes down to, like, you just being a good person. Like, you're just being a good person. And this person, it irked them. And it did something to them. And, like, really... Oh, there you go. Okay, you're back. David's back. Okay, like, that, it doesn't even... To do something that you did, it takes character. Okay, it takes character. There's Irene. Okay, and you have built a character for yourself. You have built an interest in things, and you irked somebody that wants to be an asshole just to be one. That's it. They just, because they can. Because it's there, and they just want to say that everybody's like that. And no, they're not. $50 fell right in front of me the other day from a man's pocket. I picked it up, and I went, hey, this fell out of your pocket. $50, $50 bill, red bill, right in front of my feet. Would I love to put that in my gas tank? Would it change my life? No. Would it have been kind of awesome? Yeah. I would have been able to buy an ounce of weed just for free. Just for old Jerry and his fucking jittery hands and putting money in his pocket. And not paying attention, right? Because some of us are just not paying attention. We're in our lives. We're not expected to get stolen from, right? Like, we're expecting somebody to see our money and know that it's our money and not just take it, right? Whether it comes through your door as money or a lemon, right? Or a cell phone. I mean, if it's not yours, it's not yours. So why would you do it, right? And like, this person, you corked this person, you stumped this person, you pissed this person off because clearly their soul wants them to change. And they don't want to see them do these little stupid moves anymore. They have to get called out for them. They have to. Because if somebody doesn't stop them in their tracks and just goes for it, right? I mean, we can't get all the evidence in the world. Sometimes we just know, and there isn't enough evidence. So the universe takes action. The universe knows more than what we fucking do. Your ancestors know more than what you do, and your soul holds all the answers to things. It's not gonna fucking tell you everything because you can't handle it. Like, general public, even woke or not, cannot handle what their soul has to tell them. It has to come in very small doses so you don't go insane, so you don't lose it, so you don't go kill somebody, so you don't go flying off the rails because of how awful this place really is. It's not filled with good people. Your family is probably full of monsters. It's designed to kill you. It's designed to push you. It's designed to fuck with you, right? So the more that you stay on your mission and fight back, right, and go like, yo, you're gonna get double justice. Like, I'm glad I fucking poked you. I'm glad that I'm the one that got you to start fucking leaking out what's pissing you off so bad, because now you gotta do something about it. And do you know how many times my stepmother, like, growing up over the years, she did stuff to my sister and I, and she said that it was jealousy, right? Yeah, no doubt. Right? She said it was jealousy. And then when I spoke to her as an adult, I said, like, you know, what you did is what you did. Like, you have to hold that accountable for yourself. And she's like, well, do you know what it was like raising you? And I was like, I was a child. Like, I was like 4 years old. I'd just been molested. Like, I was terrified. Like, I remember being in my room crying for most of my life, from like ages fucking 3 to, I don't know, 14, 15, 16. I cried most of my life. Like, I was massively traumatized from what happened to me. And then there's my stepmother standing in front of me going, well, I treated you like an asshole and I was jealous of you because that's just the way that it was, and I'm not going to do anything about it. I don't really care. And she never really addressed why she was so jealous. She's never believed what happened to me as a kid. And she, you know, she thinks she knows everything, and unfortunately for her, I hope she does get double justified, you know. Like, I hope she has to stand in front of a very large group of people and talk about how her jealousy drove her to mistreat and abuse 2 little girls. Because it's like, you can say all you want. Oh, Renberg, Salem, fuck off. Are you seriously in Salem? My favorite tattoo artist lives there, and I need to go and get tattooed by him like over the next couple years. And if you live there, I will totally come and fucking hang out with you. I want to go to Salem so bad. There's something in the energy of that place, especially the water, and oh my god, what's that, Connecticut? Is that Connecticut or Massachusetts? Connecticut? I forget where Salem is. I feel like it's Connecticut, but at the same time, oh, she's in Salem, Oregon? Arkansas! Oh, okay, there's so many Salems. Okay, this one's like Salem, Connecticut, I think. Like where the Salem witch trials were. I think that's the one he's in. Salem, Arkansas. Witches there. Well, where did they have the Salem witch trials? Wenford. Oh yeah, just let me drive on my magical unicorn and I'll just come visit everybody from the chat. Even though I guarantee you I already do that in my dreams. Really? Is that where, okay, is that where they had the witch trials? Boston. Is it Boston? I know, I gotta look that up now. I love how none of us know. You know, honestly, that was like one of the biggest conspiracy theories ever. Massachusetts is the trial. That's what I thought. Tennessee and Arkansas are close now. Oh, Tennessee, Alabama are right below me. And Detroit. Woo woo! Massachusetts. I think that's what I said first was Massachusetts, but then I couldn't remember if it was because I know Connecticut and Massachusetts are right beside each other. Big stretch. No, this could be a lot of that kind of stuff because, like, I mean, think about it. Like the Salem witch trials, they just wanted to kill a bunch of women. Like, that's really what they wanted to do. Like, they were getting overpopulated. They wanted to kill a bunch of women, so that's what they did. And the men took over. It was a part of the men taking over. It really had nothing to do with the women. So, that's like, those men who did that, who burned those women, like, burned them! Burned them! What the fuck? Those women had, like, I don't, honestly, witches have been around since day one. I mean, everybody is a witch. It's an alchemist. It's somebody who works with herbs, right? We're all witches and warlocks. Are you kidding? Like, if you drink tea, you're a fucking witch or a warlock. Like, come on. Like, honestly, it's not like they're not bad words. I don't know what else to call them. Like, I don't, like, a witch is such a bad word, but it's a fucking magician. It's somebody who works with things, who knows how to, like, heal things. It's not anything, like, culty or, like, blood sacrifice and shit. Like, witches have nothing to do with that shit, okay? Like, absolutely nothing to do with that. What those men said is what they said. What they wrote in history and dated is all fucking bullshit. It's all, don't fucking read, like, honestly, so much things you cannot believe when you read them, okay? Because they're just saying them to just say them, just to cover their own ass, right? Like, cobblestone. What's cobblestone? You know, honestly, what's your name? Deborah? I do know for a fact that I was hung because I can't have anything around my neck. Nothing. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It was the most horrifying thing I've ever gone through in my life, and I still remember that shit. See, like, so it gets burned into your memory, man. Like, I'm not hung. Like the road. Oh, wait. I'm not hung. What are you talking about, David? Like the road. Hung. Hung like the road? What? I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Not witches? Irene's a witch. I know she is. Well, a good one. See, I'm a witch. I bet you everybody is in this. That's the thing, is it's such a beautiful word. Such a beautiful thing, honestly. Like, I didn't even know that's really what witchcraft was like herbs. I had no idea. They have like very, very like strong abilities to communicate with things and cultivate energy and do things, and like, wow, I mean, witches and warlocks have awesome energy, like very magical, very beautiful, very like, people don't even know what they do. That's the thing. Like I didn't know what I was doing until I actually started paying attention to what I was doing and cared enough to pay attention to what I was doing. right? Like, this is all the reason why you piss this person off, is because of the things that you do. The things that you do, they radiate through you, and then the awful people around you that don't know how to be good and don't know how to be nice and bright and beautiful and lead by example are going to stumble to your path, and they're going to watch you, and then they're going to get that, okay, well, you've got the ability to either do the right thing or do the wrong thing, and if they choose to do the wrong thing again, then I think a lot of people are going to elevate away from these people, get away from these energies that have no fucking business being around you, right? And this person wants to come towards you, and to be honest, I don't think it's the best thing. I'm not getting the best vibe to be like, yeah, let this person back in. You know, they've been hiding from you this whole time, and they don't know what to say, and they don't really want to talk to you, and they're being super fucking defensive every time you say something to them. Like, do you really want that person around you? Like, anybody that you feel you have to be defensive with, or defend yourself, or defend your honor, or your protection, or whatever, that's a person who's trying to drain your energy, because you're already thinking of a way to protect yourself, which means you know you're going to get attacked. And this is like, these people, they're everywhere. They're all over your life. They're everywhere in your life. Right? So of course they're going to try to fuck with you. Right? They're not used to people saying no to them. Right? Turtlenecks. Yo, I can't wear turtlenecks. Are you kidding? A turtleneck would, like, do you know what turtlenecks are? They're like these. They're like these things. Like long sleeve shirts, and they come up to your neck, you know? You can pull them up or pull them down. That's what a turtleneck is called. Maybe we call it different here in Canada. Maybe they're called long necks in the South. I don't know. Hey, two-toed! Right? But I can't wear them. Like, the second that thing gets around my neck, I'm like, oh my god, I just keep pulling it. And then I'll even sit with my hand, like, in between my neck and the fabric, because if it rubs against my long Whitney's apple here, I get really pissed off. Like, it starts to just take my breath away. Like, and it's not contracting at all. Those turtlenecks, they're not really tight, like, right? But, fuck, I might as well go blue when I wear them. Alright, I'm gonna pull up the next reading. You're never even gonna guess this. Okay. Pardon me. Okay. We have double Aquarius with the 6th house, which is Virgo. So we've got Uranus, which is ruled by Aquarius. Okay. I think there's going to be a very unusual, healthy connection coming in. Okay, this could be familiars. Okay, this could be familiars coming into your life. Healthy connections. Very lightning fast, healthy connections. Like, this is going to happen quickly for somebody. All right, let's see if we can get Uranus energy here. All right, give me the 6th house, please. Aquarius, thank you. And Aquarius. Okay. Ooh, Temperance on the bottom. These cards are fucking awesome, but let me tell you, they are hard to pick up on camera because they're so dark. And I don't have the best camera in the world. So, ooh, King of Swords underneath Temperance. Okay. What I'm getting is spontaneous communication here is the Nine of Swords. Like, if you can see him, which is kind of hard, he is in the middle of a bunch of trumpets, and he's blowing the shit out of that trumpet, and which is kind of not really like the Nine of Swords. You know, the Nine of Swords is that anxiety, like you're up all night, and things are coming in, you're hearing everything. This is him blowing that out. So, and that would be Venus with Taurus head on. Okay, so I just got head-on collision, but not like an actual head-on collision, like two people coming together, like a meet. Okay, with this sixth house, okay, which is of routines and career. Okay, wellness. I'm getting this Knight of Cups energy, which is the Moon and Capricorn. So something quite seductive, possibly. Something possibly seductive that is like almost kind of leaves your mouth watering. Okay, so you might come across somebody that you're like, damn, I wish I was your lover. Oh, that song just came to my head right now. I do such things to ease your pain. I don't really know the song, but all I know is, damn, I wish I was your lover. Like over and over and over again, all of a sudden, just like out of the blue, damn! It just like, she just keeps saying it in my head. Huh. Wow. Okay, I just want to say this. You have 2 9s and 2 knights. Okay? Because then it leads off with the Knight of Pentacles. After this 9 of Pentacles. So, 9 of Pentacles with some communication, sudden communication. Okay, so you might meet somebody kind of like really quickly. And it's like a sudden spark. And then it moves really slow, you know, like it starts, the connection is really strong, so it starts heavy. But that's just putting you two together. And then once the connection is made, once the bond is there, then it moves really slow. Okay, really slow. Because that's now the relationship growing. Okay, so maybe the whole trumpets blowing here is finally somebody saying something, finally finding the courage to say something. Like you could work with somebody who has had their eye on you for a while. And you're like, yo, are you gonna like say anything? But at the same time, you're terrified that they are gonna say something, and you're also like, I don't really know if I want them to say anything. So there's like a few different instances that I'm picking up with somebody around you, okay, that is ready to take the plunge. Like they're finally ready to be like, all right, you've worked here long enough, you know, like nobody wanted to, it's almost like maybe you've started a new job or something and they didn't want to, you know, jump on you right away. They just wanted to kind of let you start before they were like, hello, you know, like, come on, come see me. Let's go for a fucking date. Let's go smoke a joint. Let's go have a drink, right? Like, clearly this person, yeah, I think they wanted to say this. They wanted to fix something with you, because now all of a sudden I'm finding myself fixing this, and I don't really know why, because it's kind of been fucked up for a while now, so there's no reason why I'm fixing it, but, like, it's like somebody wants to finally, like, just do it, and now I feel like, maybe rip the Band-Aid off, you know, like they don't, maybe, you know, I'm also getting, you could have switched shifts recently, or this person, like, maybe you go somewhere where somebody works, and they're used to you always coming and getting your groceries on like a Tuesday and a Friday, and now you're coming in like Monday morning and Saturday night, and they're not working, and you're like, what the, you know, they're I feel like this person they don't want to see you get, like, stretched away from them anymore. Like, I feel like something takes you away. Like, it could also be, like, I don't know, maybe your doctor's office or something. Maybe somebody works there and they've been seeing you for years, you know, and they just never say anything because they really wanted to be professional in the workplace. And I do, honestly, you have to say, like, I love when people are respectful. Right, and if someone's seeing you at work, or if you're going to their workplace or something, and you're just not saying anything, because for one, it's your work, so it's not like you're asking to get hit on. You're not at a bar, okay, with your fucking titties popping out, right, asking for it. You're somewhere where it's like a little bit maybe hard to talk to you, and they can't just come out and say something, right? So it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna find, like, I feel like this person's gonna find a creative way to do it now, where they're just gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking do something, and that might trigger them. And actually, this one time, this is bringing me up to this point where I was working somewhere this one time, and this, like, smoking hot guy used to come in all the time, and I didn't really realize that I liked him until I quit. And I was like, I told one of the bartenders, I'm like, listen, if this guy comes in, just, like, shoot him my number and just say, like, I quit, and I didn't think I was ever going to see him again, so I gave him my number. Tell me how the bartender fucked up, okay? She did not give him my number. She thought it was somebody else, who turned out to be a giant creep, so thank God she didn't go give him my number to some guy who wasn't even the right guy anyways. And then when I saw him, okay, I ended up not quitting the job, staying around, and the next time I saw him, okay, his friends were sitting at the bar. I came to the bar to make a drink, and right in front of me they go, hey, where's so-and-so? His girlfriend. His friends, he had just got there, so his friends were like, whoa, fucking, what are you doing? Like, where's so-and-so? Why isn't she here with you? Blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, she's shopping with her friend right now, or blah, 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 she'll be home later. And I was like, that is the world for you, you know what I mean? Like, you think that, like, you could lose something, or something's gonna get out of your grip, so you go to do something, and then you're like, well, fuck, good thing I never did that, because, like, that would have just bit me in the ass, right? So it's like, I do feel like maybe somebody was gonna say something, and then they didn't, or you were gonna say something, and then you didn't, right? Because you either found out that they were with somebody, or, you know, because also at the same time, my sister was like, well, how do you know that they were talking about his girlfriend? And I was like, well, then because the friend was like, you're so lucky that you got her, because one of his friends, actually, I don't really think they're friends, I think they just work together, he actually wanted to date her, but she went for the guy that I thought was attractive. And then he kind of looked at me like, fuck, why did you have to say something? And then I was like, oh, thank God, because this guy was staring at me like there was no tomorrow, and there was gonna be something eventually where I was just gonna, like, fucking just go and jump on me. He was so fucking good looking. But then I find out, girlfriend. I don't fuck around with that shit. You're seeing somebody, you got a girlfriend, I'm out. I'm honestly, I'm not that kind of person that's like, give all your attention to me or nothing, but I'm not going to put myself in a situation, and, you know, if somebody's wanting to break up with somebody, then you gotta fucking break up with them. I'm not going to be the excuse. I'm not going to be the one that tells you to go break up with your, fuck that. Do not accept responsibility for somebody else trying to put weight on your shoulders to do something and then use you as an excuse. Okay? Because people want to do that, man. They don't want to stay in relationships, and then they want to wait until they find somebody else, and then they go and they blame it on their spouse. Fuck that. I hate that. Right? If somebody is feeling you and they're in a relationship, well, guess what? I guess they're ending their relationship, or they're never going to have a chance with you. Don't ever spread your fucking legs for somebody that says, oh, I'm going to break up with them, just not yet. Because guess what, honey? They ain't never going to break up with that bitch, or they would have done it already. Like, you gotta read guy language, okay? Men speak many languages, and including bullshit, okay? You gotta learn how to speak the slang of bullshit. And maybe this person has been full of shit around you, and it's time to be like, now they're finally ready to fucking put their money where their mouth is, and they don't want to date this person anymore, so they're actually gonna break up with them. Can you imagine? Right? Like, I have hurdled myself at guys before in the past who were taken, who told me that they were gonna break up with their girlfriends, and they never did. Like, luckily for me, I've never really had to, like, work for it or try too hard. So if some guy's got some chick on the side, I'm like, yo, it's either her or me. Like, if you don't want me, you're an idiot. If you want her, that's your decision, but there ain't gonna be two of them. Like, I'm not really one for sharing. You know? And, like, sharing in that way. Alright? Sharing in that way. I don't give a fuck what he does all day. As long as his dick ain't slapping some other bitch's pussy. Okay? That crosses a line for me. There are game changers. Okay? No, I don't need you holding my hand all day. I'm a big girl. But if you touch another bitch, I'll fucking kill you. In a way where I'm dead, gone for your life. Like, you ain't never gonna be able to come near me again, right? Hey now. David, whenever I talk about men, you gotta understand, I feel the same way about women. And these bitches know, in my life, am I nice to women? Honestly, am I nice to women? Fuck no. I'm almost worse on women than I am on men. Good morning, Pam! Honestly, I am. Did you not see my Mother's Day reading? Like, I burned those bitches down. Okay? Like, I fucking hate women. Men? You know, all growing up, I always had guys as friends. Like, when I had a chick, like, I had one girlfriend usually, but, like, I always, man, at work and stuff, I always hung out with the dudes. I was like, fuck these bitches. Like, they're gonna just fucking yell at us about something. Let's just go. I was always with the dudes. Are you kidding? Oh my god, I can't stand women. These bitches right now that I'm around are causing so much of a rift at this fucking restaurant, and I'm like, I have nothing to do with anything. I'm just an innocent bystander on the side. Like, fucking leave me out of it. Like, they don't like their manager. They don't like their hours. They don't like their schedule. Like, get a new job then. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? I'm just a psychic. Like, what the fuck, right? Okay, so this woman yesterday I had to deal with, she just brought a demon to my face. She was so angry about something that I had to be like, listen, put your demon away. Like, I've got one too. Okay? Like, it's not a fucking demon off. Like, put your shit down and fucking talk to me. Like, I know women are awful, and I know this energy is awful, and I know shit is awful, but your tone doesn't help. Oh man, I worked with this one woman. We just like fucking. She just had it out for me this morning. She was having a bad morning, and I fucking turned and I went, you know what? If you don't like it, call the fucking boss. Cause guess what, bitch? I don't gotta be here. And then about an hour later, she was like, I'm so sorry for treating you like that. And I'm like, it's okay. We're women. We bark at each other. But then just know that if you're gonna go bark at somebody, you better go fucking apologize. After you go nip somebody for no fucking reason, right? And these men, whatever the fuck, I mean, see, now I forget who I was talking about. Men, women, it's all the fucking same. Jesus, half these men are women and half these women are men. Like, do you realize there are so many women with dicks? We don't have, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Mom, something's wrong. Something doesn't look right. Something's wrong. Okay? Like, honestly, this had to have been how this person felt. Like, or the way that you looked at this person. Like, you were just like, dude, this is wrong. Like, I'm not gonna do this. Like, you know, it was so easy. It would have been so easy for me to give that fucking gorgeous, sexy piece of ass my number. But guess what? I'm a woman. I have way more respect than that. And if you've got a girlfriend, you better stay the fuck away from me. I don't like that karma. I know that guys are allowed to make up their decisions, blah, blah, blah. But if I know something, it's one thing if you're sleeping with somebody and you don't know that they're married or you don't know that they have a girlfriend. You don't know. But when you know, that was like that person in my dreams this morning. They knew something. They knew. And they chose not to say anything. That's ignorance. That is ignorance. It doesn't matter. I mean, what if it was you? And this bitch was like, well, guess what? I'm just allowed to do whatever I want. Blah, blah, blah. Like, how would you feel? Right? Like, that is how I weigh my life. I don't know if that's justice. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's temperance. I don't know if it's just my goddamn head. But I fucking weigh shit out. If I don't want something happening to me, do you think I do it to other people? No. No. And I don't care if they have done it to me. Guess what? I don't do it back to them. Like, I don't create karma for myself because of somebody else's actions. Right? You have to remember, anybody who does something to you just created their own karma for it. You don't gotta do nothing. You just have to survive it, get over it, and hope to fuck it doesn't happen again. But you have to do what you gotta do. So then you can make your life better. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. Honestly, it really doesn't. So, like, if somebody's around you, and they've been making really awful decisions while fucking you in their head while they're looking at you, they gotta make the wrong things right. And they gotta make the right things wrong. Right? Because their so-called right thing that they're doing is wrong. So they have to face facts. They have to. Whether they want to or not, that's the funny thing, is it doesn't matter. Entitlement doesn't get people out of things. It just delays them and plays a mind game on them that something's not going to come back and bite them. So, like, I'm kind of over the whole thing of, like, you know, you gotta, like, give somebody a lesson or some shit or do it back to them. Like, the way that I've seen it, it will happen in time. I was driving yesterday, okay? I was driving yesterday, going to a very important fucking place, okay? A very important place. Thank you, Em. Okay? And tell me how I didn't see my father again. This time, okay, I see him, and I'm about, like, there's a roundabout, okay? So I'm just about to get onto the roundabout, and my father fucking parallels me at the end of this roundabout. He's on his motorcycle. I'm in my car. So he's not really like paying attention to everything going on around him, but I am, because I'm in a big, huge car. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not on a motorcycle, right? And I fucking noticed his mustache. I was like, he's had a mustache since I was a baby, right? And it's all white now. I mean, I haven't seen him for years. And he has sunglasses on and his fucking motorcycle hat. I have fucking no idea what bike he has. I haven't seen him for 5 years, so I don't know. But I fucking knew the mustache, which made me look at the man who was my father as I'm going a roundabout. So something went from him to me, and it was like very fucking just lined up with the universe to just come straight into me. And I was like, how? Like, I don't know what he's done, but it is so bad that I have to catch him parallel on a roundabout. The song I was listening to at the time was called Short Stories with Tragic Endings by my favorite fucking band in the entire world, From Autumn to Ashes, okay? Right in the middle of the song, as it just starts to fucking blast off, there's my faggot fucking father who abandoned me and left me to die on these streets with my sister. And you know, the last time I saw him, so that was Mother's Day. Okay, that was Mother's Day I saw him, because that was yesterday. Okay, and the time before I saw him, literally, this has been a span of 3 years I haven't seen him. The time before that was Easter. So like what, 3-4 weeks ago? I forget when Easter is. Is it March or is it April? But I saw him then, right outside of my house. I left to go where I was going yesterday. And I saw him. I shouldn't see him. He doesn't live around me. I don't know why, but he keeps getting put on my path. Like, what the fuck is happening? And that's why I labeled this video today, what the hell is happening? Because, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I don't understand how I saw my father, who betrayed me beyond belief, okay? Beyond belief, on Easter and Mother's Day. Okay, I suddenly I feel like there is some things in this world that, like, if you weren't paying attention, you would never see them. You would never catch it. You would never know anything. I have to go check something. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you heard that bang, but I live in a very, very bad neighborhood, and when you hear a bang, you best believe you gotta go check it out. You can't just leave a bang and be like, oh, it's gonna be nothing. No. You gotta check the bangs, okay? Woo! Now I'm lightheaded. Woo! Oh, you like that? You like that? I painted that. I did that around my entire apartment. It's all mushrooms. My sister and I think that there's over 10,000 mushrooms in my apartment. I really love painting. I've got a knack for it, I tell you. Oh yeah, I haven't even showed you my newest thing. I mean, I don't think you guys have even seen it. I think some have seen it from the other day. But this is my cemetery I made out of clay the other day. And it has this reaper right here. There's the cemetery reaper with his safe. And then the cemetery oak tree. And then the cemetery gargoyle over here fenced in. Okay. And then you've got the reaper's crux in the middle here. And then I think 8 graves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tombstones. 2, 7, yeah, 7 tombstones. Anyways, and then there's an open grave right there with bones inside of it. Oh my god, I had the time of my life making this, okay? And honestly, yes, I am going to sell them, but just not yet. This is like, when I do this, something comes out of me. Like when I clay, I am like, oh my god, my sister, oh my god, you want to see the one I made for my sister? Hold on. Sorry, I had to go into her room and then find it. So she had this sculpture from before that was this shark. So I decided to recreate it for her because she got it stolen. Something happened to it. So this is the clay one I made for her. It's an underwater theme with a shark on it. And then there's an octopus. And then it has some starfish. Yeah, it has a starfish right there, and then an eel. Oh yeah, there's an eel right there, and yeah, octopus, eel, shark, and starfish. And then I think I put a couple snails. Yeah, I put some snails right there. So that's her underwater one. Honestly, isn't that kind of cool? Is that time to eat? No, you can't eat them. Time to eat? Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. No, you can't eat them. Could you imagine? Oh, have you seen the one I made with mushrooms, two-tone? So I made this one with mushrooms a couple of weeks ago. I did show it, but I'm not expecting everybody to remember. That's Mushroom Island. Woo! So this is my little mushroom island that I did. It's like on mushrooms on a log kind of thing. And, yeah, there's a lot of mushrooms on there. Oh, yeah, and then all the greenery. See all the greenery? So that was my first, mushroom thing. Kind of mushroom log, I called it. Yeah, you like that? Oh, that's sweet. I've been trying really hard to, like, work on these. And I actually did this one, too, which I do want to sell these ones. These third eyes. They're like total 3D, kind of really awesome, and a lot of detail on them, and like a full eyeball and stuff. Like that's a full eyeball there. It's hard to tell, but it's raised. See, and then yeah, this is really good. To be honest, to bring to work with you, or to just drive around with you, because it does act like an actual eye, and it watches what's going on. So I was actually thinking about possibly like doing these and like doing something that hangs them, so you can have them around like your rear view mirror and stuff, so you can have something like watching you while you're out there. So anyways, this is my hobby. I've actually been working with clay for a long time. Obviously, my bowl, my magical weed bowl that I keep my dice in. I made this. Oh yeah! And this new beastie, I made another Venus flytrap plant. So it's in its little base here, and then I did a whole bunch of little baby ones down in there, and then the big Venus flytrap heads. And then I put this on my altar so it helps catch all the spiritual flies, that roam around your place that need something to eat them. So there's my Venus flytrap one that I recently did too. So I got all this clay in the mail, and I've just been kind of making little things as I go to see like how I like doing it. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna do this one for this girl who's getting married, and she's a funeral director. So I was gonna do this like funeral setup or some shit with like these graves around it and stuff, because that's the funny thing is like working with clay, like I can customize, I can do whatever you want, right? So like I can do animals and I can do houses, and like it's so cool. Like it's I mean, I've always been able to do that. Like if somebody gave me a painting to draw, I could always mock it. So now I'm kind of how to like learn that through clay, like how I can see something that I like and then recreate it, right? So anything you can do to just like keep your am I a mouse? Anything you can do to like keep your eye just like, oh my god, you guys are talking about something. Okay. Anything that you can do to just like keep your mind like occupied on the times where you're not doing anything, so then you don't find yourself like staring at your phone, or like just being so mind numbing. Like working with clay like this and doing something like this, like, you wouldn't believe how like locked in you get. I even did a little shovel here beside the grave, like like the little things that you can do is like I think what it does is it like helps to add more detail in your life, right? Like, because you don't have to be good at something. Like when I started working with clay, I made actually I have one of the very first things I ever made with clay a couple years ago in freaking Calgary, Irene. Ironically, Irene, I started working with clay in Calgary. This was the very first things that I used to do. This is just a little bunch of roses. Just a little bouquet of flowers, and then it's got a little thing wrapped around the bottom, okay? And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roses on it. And that's how I started working with clay. I started making like the smallest fucking things. A gong? A gong? What's a gong? Are you talking about a bong? What's a gong? Are you talking about a bong? I read that as bong. I know, right? I feel like she wanted to say bong, but it came out gong. So, like, trust me, anything you start working on or you decide you want to do, like, I mean, you just work with yourself. Like, your talent is going to get so good as you go, as long as it's what you want to do and how, like, you have to believe in it. You have to want it. You have to go for it. Right? And you have to make sure that you don't listen to anybody that says that you can't have something. Right? Especially that you are willing to work for. Like, how can somebody say that you don't deserve something that you're willing to bust your ass for? I'd be like, excuse me, get the fuck out of my way, you little walker, or you little fucking talker. Like, I'm walking right now. I don't got time to listen to what you're saying to me. Like, right? So you go for it, like, so many things you have to work on, and anybody that says something should come fast or quick, they're trying to sell you something, because nothing happens fast or quick. Everything is acquired, and it's the same as like this person's energy, like clearly they've been around you for a while, and I feel like they want to say something, right? And the more you stand up for yourself, okay, in a sense where like you're just, you don't have to just take something in a desperate situation because you feel like that's all you're going to be given, right? If it's in a desperate situation, why would you want something, right? 7 of Swords. Like, don't let people take your words away from you. And if that's the case, or if you're the one standing, like, you can forget everything that people told you. You don't have to remember. You can take the words away from people as much as they tell you that you can't speak, right? So you've always got to remember, like, Kletra has to remember that your more powerful than the people around you, which is why you're having such a hard time, right? You have the power, it's not them. So once you realize that and you begin to take that power back, then you ignite your Venus, you ignite your Seven of Wands, you ignite the fact that people can't steal your words away from you. If you say something, you say it. And if they want to challenge you, let them. Right? Because like that Kid Rock, beautiful Kid Rock says, it ain't bragging, motherfucker, if you back it up. Right? You can say you're cocky all you want, as long as you're backing it up. Because if you're being cocky and you're not backing it up, then I wouldn't go flaunting that shit around. But if you fucking have the balls to do what you're doing and the confidence to do what you're doing, plah! It ain't bragging when you back it up. Okay, they gotta realize this. Wow, we've been live for an hour and a half. I'm actually kind of getting tired now. So, I am going to turn this off. I hope you have a wonderful day. This was a great reading. It was a little bit fucked up, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what that first person was about. There seems to be quite a bit of communication. I'm not sure what the first person has to say, but it kind of sounds like they're going to be full of shit. So watch out for somebody playing you like you're a fucking fool. Okay? And then there's another sense of communication coming in kind of radically quick. You might not know this person or you might know them. I'm not sure. But there's a sudden shift. And that's a contract coming in. That's something pretty big coming in. So take it how it resonates, okay? Because it won't resonate with everybody, but I'm pulling it in as a general message, so I hope generally as the collective it does resonate in its ways that it needs to, okay? So thank you for everybody being in the chat. It says there's one person in the chat. And there's been 5 people talking. So, thank you for everybody for being here. This was awesome. You guys were so amazing. Great live. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to our new friend, David. Okay. Thank you to everybody. Oh, yeah, we got Deborah, new Deborah in the house. All the people that are new. We embrace you. We love you. This is a really great channel. We talk about a lot of different things. Personal readings are whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. All right. And if not, just enjoy the channel. All right. And monthly subscriptions, $4.99. All right. Thanks, Pam. Thanks for being here. All right. Thank you, Wen. Yeah, just thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who comments, and you're in the right place, David. We got you. Just thank you to everybody. I feel really grateful right now, and that's all because of you guys. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, and you will see me over the next 64 hours. Peace, everybody.